Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be reviewing a perfume that isn't talked about on YouTube, at least not yet, but it kind of went TikTok famous. So I'm going to get into how I discovered this perfume, the notes, the price, and all of that. But first, if you are new here, I would love if you would consider subscribing down below. My name is Tabitha and this is my fragrance channel, but I also have a main or first channel where I do mostly hair videos and some beauty and lifestyle content as well. If you enjoy this video, I would also love if you would give it a thumbs up, and you can also come join me over on Instagram if you want to be a little bit more a part of this community. The perfume that I'm talking about, as you guys can probably tell by the title, is a Maison Francis Kurkdjian de Jean fragrance, and I'm not great at pronouncing that, but this one is AMYRIS FEMME MFK. MFK fragrances are very high quality and very expensive. I originally saw this perfume mentioned in a tweet that went viral, and it was basically just this girl tweeting that her ex asked what perfume she wore because he wanted to buy it for his new girl or something like that. And she let us all know the perfume in the comments. So I was really intrigued by this. I read the notes, it sounded really interesting. So I picked up a sample on Twisted Lily, tried it out, and suddenly I was seeing that it was sold out everywhere. And I was so confused because I hadn't heard anyone on YouTube talk about this, and I was like, why is this getting sold out everywhere? And then I looked it up and saw that this actually went viral on TikTok. So since this was right after the tweet, what I'm guessing happened is that someone saw this girl's tweet, put it on their TikTok, and it went viral, and then everyone started hearing about it and buying it from TikTok reviews or recommendations. Anyways, kind of a long rant, but that's sort of what happened with this perfume. And I picked it up in the travel size. I got a little pack of 3 because that's pretty much all that was like in stock when I was trying to buy this, just because, like I said, it kind of got sold out everywhere. So I have these really cute little travel sizes in the 3-pack. This is what they look like. I'm going to first get into the scent and the notes and all of that, and then I'll let you guys know about the price and everything. But if you know MFK, you probably know that it's going to be expensive. If I go through a travel size, I know I'm going to be tempted to pick up a full bottle. I feel like you either have to be really into perfumes and be willing to spend an insane amount of money on perfumes, or then you have to be the type of person that buys like one perfume and that's all you spend your money on, so you can kind of afford to do that. But anyways, enough rambling. I'm gonna read you guys the notes, and then I will spray it on my skin in a test strip and explain what it smells like to me. So on Fragrantica, I'll have the notes here. We have top notes of lemon blossom and California orange, and then we have a middle notes of amyris and iris, and base notes of vetiver, musk, and amber. So if you don't know what amyris smelled like, because I didn't either, on Google it says it is distilled from the wood of Amyris balsamifera. It is described as soft, woody, oily, sweet, balsamic aroma with a light pepper and ginger-like high note, and has a vanilla-like sweetness in the dry down. So that is kind of confusing. I feel like it has quite an array of scents for its description, but I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it on my test strip and then on my skin as well. I do have a little sample here that I originally got. It's like halfway gone. I used this much in like one night just because I couldn't stop spraying it. Not because it didn't last, but I wore this out, had a few drinks, and I just kept wanting to spray it every time I went to the bathroom. So that's why I went through half of it. From what I can tell, the longevity on this one seems to be good. So anyways, I'm gonna spray from my new travel spray and set these aside. So we'll just spray once on the strip. So when I first initially smelled this, I immediately just thought it was beautiful and feminine and just like immediately liked it. It was sort of one of those perfumes. So for me, since I've never smelled amyris in another perfume before, I couldn't really tell if I could really pick that up since I'm not familiar with the scent. If I had to describe it, I would definitely say it's a light floral with some powderiness from the iris, and then you get this like almost citric brightness from it. I know that it has lemon blossom and California orange, and I definitely feel like you get that sort of bright citrus note, but it blends so beautifully with that kind of woodiness that you get from the vetiver and then also the amyris, I guess, because it does have a woody quality to it. It says, even though like I said, I'm not familiar with it, But yes, it does have a powderiness from that iris, and there's a little bit of a muskiness to it. So if you hate powdery perfumes, I would definitely smell this before you pick it up. Although for me, this is not overly powdery because I don't generally like really powdery perfumes. It has to be done right, and this one is done right to me. It is not like Chloe EDP or something like that. That one was too powdery for me. This one is softer, and it has that bright citrusy quality with the woodiness and the floral notes. They all come together beautifully, and this fragrance is so well done in my opinion. I don't think that this is a super unique perfume that has never been done. Absolutely not. This is definitely sort of a commonly done perfume, but it's done in a way that to me is really, really pleasant and a little bit different than the typical. So I am going to spray this on my skin now. Even though I have smelled it on my skin, I just want to kind of remember exactly what it smells like on my skin. The sprayer on this is really beautiful, by the way. It's like a very slow, smooth spray, if you know what I'm saying, like a pressurized. And on the skin, it smells very similar to how it does on paper, but on my skin, I get a little bit more of that floral, even though this is like a floral fragrance, but it smells on me like a natural floral, like almost like fresh lilacs or something. Even though it doesn't smell like lilacs, it has that like sort of quality to it, and it smells real and so feminine because of that. It smells like the perfect feminine like wedding day scent. You could wear this as a wedding guest as well. I would sort of put it in the same sort of scent category as like something like Delina. Even though it's not that like sharp or spicy, I would wear it for the same type of occasion, if that makes sense. It smells expensive and feminine and just beautiful. I don't think that they smell the same, like I said, but it has that sort of vibe, I guess. Let's talk about price. So this perfume for the full 2.4 ounce bottle, which is like the standard size for MFK, it retails for $235. So definitely a very expensive perfume. You can get the set of 3 travel sprays for $140. Again, like I said before, this perfume is sold out pretty much everywhere right now, but if you search hard enough, you can get your hands on it. I know some of you guys can really dig like me when you're looking for a perfume that you're desperate for. So I did want to say, I sort of have a little bit of a dupe or like similar type of fragrance here. This is not an exact dupe. It's not the same perfume, but I sprayed this on myself the other night when I was just going to bed. Because I have a sample of it. I don't have a bottle, but I have a sample, and I sprayed it to go to bed because I remembered it being a really nice scent. And I just wanted to smell it again. And that is AMYRIS Le Parfum. So when I sprayed this on me and I was doing my skincare, I was just thinking of this AMYRIS Femme perfume and like the night that I wore it out. It just like popped into my head right away. And it wasn't one of those things where I was like, what does this smell like? What does this remind me of? That's like what I got. This one is definitely softer and more musky. It doesn't have that like bright citrusy note to it, but it has a similar vibe where it kind of is like that soft feminine scent that it really just like reminded me of it. Like I said, I don't think they're spot on dupes, but to me, they have a little bit of similar vibe. And the AMYRIS Le Parfum is like $30-$40 on like fragrance discount websites. So maybe try this out first and see if you like this type of a scent. That's just my opinion. Let me know down below if you've been hearing about this fragrance, if you know of any dupes or you've smelled anything similar. I would love to know down below, and leave me any other comments and questions that you have as well, if you're going to try this or not. This, I think, is just a really beautiful feminine perfume that smells very expensive and luxurious, but it's not like a nighttime perfume. It could be a signature scent, absolutely. You could wear this year round, but I think if I had to choose a season, I would say more spring and summer because of the type of fragrance that it is. You could wear it day or night. Although I would consider this type of a scent more daytime. It's a little bit more of a heavy hitter, I feel like, so it would totally work for night as well. It might be a little bit much in the daytime for some people, or depending like how warm it is outside. I don't think that the longevity on skin is like overly phenomenal. I think that on paper and clothes, it lasts for like ever. I've sprayed it on a test strip and smelled it like a week later, really intensely actually. And I do feel like it projects as well. On your skin though, I would say it's moderate. I haven't worn it enough to give it an exact like amount of hours, but I would say that it's really good. It's just not the type of fragrance that's going to last forever on your skin. Although, like I said, on my clothes, it lasts forever. So I feel like if you spray this perfume on your clothes, you will have no problem. And that may be the case for you on your skin as well. I just found that it wasn't quite as long lasting as some of the perfumes in my collection. I think that's all that I have to say about that perfume. I just wanted to come on here and give you guys my thoughts. I think that this should be more talked about on YouTube. I don't know why no one has like picked up on this, because it's like viral on TikTok and I feel like even Twitter as well. But I think it's a really beautiful feminine fragrance. I honestly am going to be tempted to buy a full bottle of this one. Once I go through the travel size, I honestly feel like I will go through it. I know I have a pack of 3, but I think I'm going to get rid of or sell the other 2 because I feel like I don't need all of those. If I go through this, I know that I'm just going to want to get a bottle. But yeah, that is it for this perfume review. Like I said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say about it. I would also love if you would consider subscribing if you have not already, and give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And I will see you guys all in my next perfume video.